to the disaster that sometimes happens when you're creating content online. So this video is going to be about kind of a behind the scenes look of just frustrations and just rants on everything that goes into creating just video content in general, just to show you how much of a struggle and how frustrating, especially when you're not a quote unquote expert with a game. So let's get started. I'm just going to casually start out here, and I'm going to what do I need? Do I need a cedar, a planter? Yeah, I think this is the cedar that I want. Oh shit, I didn't back up right to it. Alright, I guess it's the other side. Alright, let me try the other side. Yeah, let me get it around this. Yeah, you know what? That's the fertilizer. Yep, that's the fertilizer. I don't need the fertilizer. I need the cedar. Okay, let's go back around and let's find the cedar. Oh crap, I didn't buy it, so I gotta go ahead and buy it at the store. Let me go ahead and buy the cedar real quick. I think that's the one I want. Yep. Alright, got it. So, got the cedar. Problem one fixed. I need the planter too. Can't forget the planter. I need both because I'll be planting sugar beets and a lot of other corn, just about every crop in this video. Okay, so now I have the cedar. Great. Now, time to seed. Off to seed. Let me grab some seed here real quick before we run through this test, and now we will begin the test. All we have to do is load up some seed and we are good to go. Alright, great. Good to go. Now, I'll just run over here to the first row and get to seeding. No problems. Okay, why is it saying sorghum? Why, oh yeah, I forgot I have to plow and cultivate because all I did was mulch on these. I need to actually process the field correctly. Awesome. Okay, no problem. Next problem down. Let's go back to the shop, grab the plow, and just start plowing. Okay, we're all done. Great. All right. So it looks like I made one too many swaths with the mulcher before, so that's fine. Let me go ahead back, and now I need to actually create some gravel around these things because the test isn't going to work out right, because if I grab some other crops around it, I need to make sure that there's gravel around it. So, all right, now, next step, didn't expect this, but let me just add some gravel around these strips just to make sure we have accurate test results whenever we run these tests. Ah, man, that looks good. But maybe I missed something. Okay, great. Let me just run over everything with the plow again, just to make sure, because I want to make sure that this is an accurate test on all these. It won't take me long just to run over this with the plow again. Plowing is done. Now, gotta roll it to make sure we get the 100% yield bonus. Let me grab my little roller here, and I will roll it on over to our little test environment here, and let me just get to rolling. Now I really wish I would have limited this down a little bit, made this a little bit smaller, but yeah, oh well. Alright, done with rolling. Now I think it's time, I'm going to check the status of these things. So I want to make sure that we get 100% yield. So it doesn't need to be plowed, it's fertilized, it needs to be mulched, needs lime. I need all this stuff to make sure that we get 100% yield bonus. I want to make it as real as possible. That way it can replicate, a real world scenario for my viewer. Okay, great. All right, so now Now I need the first phase of the fertilizer. No problem, I have a fertilizer right here. I would just grab the fertilizer. I know it is a fertilizer for sure because I just tried it before when I needed the seeder and I noticed it was a fertilizer. But first, before I need the fertilizer, I also need the mulch state. Okay, well, to get a mulch state, I run the mulcher over the land, right? Sounds simple enough. Look, and it does not say mulched. That little blue spot there is really bothering me because it doesn't say it's mulched. Great. Okay. If I can't change the mulch state on it, let me just remove it completely. I really don't care if it's there. So let me just remove it completely. I'll just apply some gravel down. It doesn't have to be a particular size. And it is still there. Forget it. I'm done messing with it. Well, one more time. Is it there? Still there. Forget it. On to seeding. Okay, now I can finally get back to seeding. Now I can finally begin the test what I started this entire video for. No problem. Yes, this. I'm really excited to get going. Alright, let me just go ahead and bring this down for a strip. I'm planting some wheat now. We're going to do a wheat seed distribution test on this one. Great. Next up, we're doing barley. Looks good. Everything looks fine. Alright, canola. Seeding canola. This test is going to be great. This is going to have lots of great information. Wait, canola's not putting down that much seed. Things are going to have to be much bigger. I need much bigger strips to test this out. So I'll now just go ahead and just apply concrete all across, and I'm going to just extend these strips out with the plow. Now that these strips are extended, I'll be able to put down a lot more seed, which my test will be a whole lot more accurate. So I'll just go ahead and knock this out real quick. Shouldn't be a big deal, I don't think. Alright, all done plowing. Okay, now that it's done plowing, I'm going to go through the whole process. Now I need to go ahead and put some fertilizer down to make sure I get my 100% yield. No problem. Let me go ahead and run through this whole piece of field with these strips and just apply some fertilizer. Yep, we're looking okay there. There's still a few other strips in here, so let me just go ahead and finish this out. Looks like it is applying the fertilizer okay. So I'll just go ahead and finish this out and apply this fertilizer, and we'll see what we need to do after this is done. Yep, we're looking much better. Alright, fertilizer done. Now, I don't know. I think I can. No, I don't. I think I can seed now. Let me see. Oh yes. I need the mulch state. So I need the mulch state to get 100% yield, but I can't mulch just straight plowed dirt. So now I'm going to have to actually plant grass over all of these temporarily. So let me go ahead and just go up and down these things with this tiny little thing and planting some grass. Well, that's going to take forever, so let me go back to the shop and I'll grab the biggest seeder that I can possibly find and plant grass over all of these, which I did not intend to do whatsoever, just to get the mulch state, just so I can destroy the grass afterwards and get that mulch state and the 100% yield. You know, I'm really regretting doing this test about right now. Why am I still going through this. I really don't know why I do this to myself sometimes. Grass seeding done. Yay, grass seeding is done. Now, look at the grass and grass growing. Yep, growth 98%. Okay, there's 75%, 50%, 50%. There's still more to do to the land. So, every one of them needs to be rolled whenever we're done fertilizing or planting. We need to roll it after we're done planting. We need to roll. So let me go through each of these and start rolling this grass down so we can get our great yield. All right, rolling is complete. Now let me go ahead and we'll need to skip ahead a little bit. The grass looks fine on the map. So at this point, let me hit the little spots that I may have missed here. There's a few little spots here and there. So let me just grab these real quick. And once I grab all those little spots and get all that planted, I'll bring all this thing down. I don't need this big old cedar anymore. That was just a temporary thing. Now, temporary seeding done. I didn't set up a farmhouse, so I can skip ahead days. I'll need to skip ahead days to get this grass grown. So let me go ahead and place my farmhouse. Once the farmhouse, let's go ahead and skip a few days / months to get this harvest going. All right, ready to harvest. Great. I need a grass cutter. I'll just go ahead and get the biggest one because this is temporary. We're not cutting grass for the test. I didn't even anticipate need grass whatsoever. But we'll need the grass cutter, right? We'll need this big mower to cut the grass, which then we can mulch it back in. Well, wait a minute. I forgot. I need to mulch. I don't need to cut it. I need to mulch it. Deep breath. Okay. Yeah. Let's go back and now let's go through each of these and mulch. I hope I can mulch when the grass is cut. At least I can do that. Okay. Thank God, I can actually mulch the cut grass. Good. But that was going to take forever and a day. So let me grab the biggest, widest mulcher available, and I'll go ahead and run through all these strips again. Mulching complete. Time to fertilize. Looks like the fertilizer is going down well. And 50% yield bonus, but it says fertilize 71, 80%, 60%. Yeah, it's still not quite right. But in any case, we do still need to put the fertilizer down. So I will go over all of this mulched grass and put the fertilizer down. And for the, I don't know, it seems like 50th time I've been putting this fertilizer down. And we're almost done. Dead fertilizer is done. Now, needs lime. Awesome. Let's go ahead and throw some lime on there. Let's run it over one more time. Oh, man. Now, this is just, I'm doing a voiceover here if you don't know already, but in the midst of this, I don't know how long, this must have taken me 3 or 4 hours more than to do all this. Part of it's because I wasn't prepared to do what I needed to do, but another part was that I'm still kind of learning the exact process I need to go through whenever I do a harvest and a soil prep, sow, and harvest. So a lot of this was a major learning experience, and it's frustrating as hell, but it helps me learn the game better, and it also it ultimately ends up with better content for you, better entertaining stuff to hearing that maybe you can relate to my rants here. But anyway, finishing up liming, and liming is complete. Now, next phase, fertilization. It looks we're still missing a few little spots here and there along the tops of those things, but we'll go ahead and go over the fertilization again to make sure we're hitting all these tops. Now, this is the seed. This is a test that I'm doing, a seed distribution test, which you'll see, you'll have access to on the YouTube channel. But yeah, let me go ahead and over this. All I needed is completely 100% saturated with fertilizer, just to make sure that I was going to get that 100% yield bonus. Now we're looking much better. Full fertilization throughout. No weeds, no plowing, no lime. Everything's mulched. Still needs rolling. Yes, it will after we sow it. I can finally get back to seeding, right? No, I forgot. You cannot put seed directly on the lime. You have to actually cultivate or plow it. I'm not going to go through the plowing process again but I'm just going to find the biggest cultivator and run through it. That was quick. Grab all this. Yes, cultivation is done. Okay, cultivation is done. Now we can finally get to actually running the tests. And the actual test video, you'll have a link to in the description of this one.